The stream should be online now. Oh, Cosmoteer has already found where the stream is. Uh-huh. Oh, where the hell is that? Oh, there we go. Well, that would explain a lot. It's on YouTube Gaming. There's the link to the stream. Yeah.
Okay, let's mute it so I won't hear myself twice. Okay, nice.
You should probably just have a listen to make sure everything sounds right, because yeah, if I start listening, it's gonna like echo a bit.
Okay, check. Oh, the delay.
You sound right? So you sound okay, Octo?
Yeah, I think so.
That's good. We've got another 8 minutes before we start the thing. Oops, that's not the link I should be giving. By the way, Octo.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the tournament's favorites this time? Because
Okay.
again, we don't have Nop and we don't have Dallas, and
But
we have Arania,
one
but you know Arania. She's not
yeah,
gonna win.
first of all, Verania, since now Luke is mainly piloting the ship, not to offend Luke or something, but I think the quality dropped a bit. In the sense, not in the sense that he's worse than Verania, it's just that when the others are continuing to grow and have more experience than him, he is staying on the same level since he's new. He's not very experienced. in Cosmoteer.
Personally,
But we do have Orb, we do have One Eye, Kuruko, and Tartarus, and let's see, who else? Cosmopeer is here, Bevan, Icemon, if I remember, had pretty good ships. Is Pyrus competing?
I don't think he is this time round. Curious. I certainly don't seem to recall him signing up. Let me just check.
Yeah, I'm looking on the sign up right
No.
now. It doesn't look like. So he isn't here to defend his title. We'll have to see how guys adapt to the 2 million ships meta, because it is slightly different than 1 million in the sense that
Slightly.
you can have much more weapons, much more ammo, much more shields, or you can split the money into ships, which in my opinion is less effective than having one good ship. But if they can pull it off.
Personally, I am quite interested in Roger Ain't Right because if you remember from last tournament, he did quite well in free for all.
Whom?
Roger Ain't Right.
I can't remember.
And they say my memory is bad.
Well, you are called memories, so
The name is ironic, Octo. The name is very ironic.
yeah, I experienced that firsthand.
Who are you again, by the way? Okay, we've got another 4 minutes before the tournament starts.
I think Kiters gonna be strong in this one. I think we're gonna see a lot of Kiters, mainly railgun Kiters.
I'll be honest, Octo, I haven't played Cosmoteer multiplayer in I haven't played Cosmoteer in general in about a month. Well, 2 months actually by now. So, the meta is slightly unfamiliar to me. Have you been playing Cosmoteer? Because you've been participating in the league, right? And
yeah, I have been playing Cosmoteer. In the league, I've only been shoutcasting the games and not playing in them. But I am mainly this month. I built a new ship and I tested it a few times in the multiplayer, and I pretty like how it's turned out.
So you are technically more qualified than me to be doing this.
Because I was thinking that the kiters are getting stronger and stronger in the meta, I tried to build some anti-kiter wall with boost thrusters. And like, if you didn't know, you can maintain the boost infinitely if you have one reactor per thruster.
I do know that, yes. I'm
Okay,
not
that's
that
what
bad.
I did. Okay, so that's what I did on the wall design, and I think it's turned out a pretty decent anti-kiter. But like, if you fight against another wall, you probably will lose because the thruster models are so expensive that like for other walls they can have much more weapons. So yeah. Okay, I think we have two more minutes till we start.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got 17 people online right now, which is one more than I would like personally, to be honest.
Wait, how many?
17. Imagine if we had 60, that would be perfect. We could just go to like standard brackets without free for wars.
We can just kill one, you know.
Kill one?
Yeah, let's choose.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm half tempted to go with your idea, Octo, but like, I actually don't have any good reason to refute you. But it like personally, I would rather have at least like have a free for all rather than have anybody miss out. Not that it's ideal for the tournament because obviously a free for all isn't as fair, but Anyway, so looks like the tournament has well, it's supposed to start right now. So Octo, do you mind picking two
Yeah.
numbers from 1 to 17?
I will go with 7 and 12.
Well, in that case, round one would be. Let me just quickly clear. Oops. Oops. October. I should probably be a bit more prepared for this. Round one would be Orb versus Guy Fleegman.
Okay, so I don't know who the second dude you just said is,
But I'm
but
sure we
Orb
both,
is
yeah.
definitely a veteran in the Cosmoteer community, so I definitely think he will have this round. We'll have to
And let me
see.
just post the password real quick. Oh yes, you should probably join as well, Octo.
Yeah, just let me copy the password.
By the way, did you know that, actually I probably should say it.
Okay, I'm here. Nice, nice. Okay, let's just check let's just check all the settings are right, not to
yes,
have
yes.
the same mistake we did last time. So shrinking ring of death, starship with full power and ammo, that's on, right?
Yes, that is all.
Lock team, no illegal ships, no fog of war. Distance between players is 1 kilometer. Distance to the ring of death is 2 kilometers. 90% distraction. 10 minutes, 2 million, and half speed on a free for all game mode. Okay, and 5 ships per player. Nice.
Wait, yeah, I just remembered why I don't just randomly pick anymore, because people start joining in the middle of the tournament. I need to quickly make a list of who's competing against who. So sorry for everybody, but I'm gonna need another 2 or 3 minutes. Why? Quickly open up Notepad.
Okay, meanwhile, let's read the stream chat. Do you guys have any questions? Yeah, I am the real deal. Thank you.
You are the real what?
No, someone said in the YouTube chat, Octa, you're the real Doofenshmirtz. Yeah, I am. Thank you very much.
You're the real what?
Doofenshmirtz.
Doofenshmirtz. Who's Doofenshmirtz?
Doofenshmirtz.
I have no idea who Doofenshmirtz is.
Doofenshmirtz, the dude from Phineas and Ferb.
What's Phineas and Ferb?
Oh, God. You don't have Phineas and Ferb in New Zealand?
Is it like some sort of cartoon?
Yeah, it's a children cartoon. Like, and maybe it's really good. It's about two brothers that build those crazy machines in their backyard.
Um, that sounds like some
Ah,
Japanese anime I've watched, but
God, you don't know Phineas and Ferb?
um,
They have a pet platypus who's a spy, and he always fights this evil scientist called Doofenshmirtz.
damn it. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm apparently having one person missing. Who is it that I do not have here? Is it Tartarus? No, I have Tartarus on here. Morgnorg? No, I have him as well. Ice Morg.
Okay. Okay, I will sing a quick theme song and tell me if you recognize it, okay? Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated! Do you know that?
No.
Oh god. Dude, you have to binge that show, it's so good.
To be perfectly honest, if it's a Western cartoon, I have not watched any since SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's a children cartoon, but it's really good.
I'm terribly
Wait,
sorry,
wait,
but I'm still
wait,
missing one person.
You telling me
Oh.
you didn't watch Avatar The Last Airbender too?
No. I've heard of that one at least.
At least you've heard of it, okay.
Okay, I finally found the guy I was missing. It was one eye at the very top of the list. Okay, we're ready. We're ready. Are you ready, Octo?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's start the game.
Even if there's a crisis about you not knowing what Phineas and Ferb is.
Let's quickly start the game and stop talking about this.
Okay, so on the right we have a ship that looks really like what Kuroko used last tournament from Orb. It is a diagonal laser diagonal laser. Okay, that.
Yeah, I think I
A
can
lot
call
of
that.
lasers on that, and not
Uh,
very special.
No.
I see 4 control rooms, 2 on each side, and a decent amount of thrusters. Okay. On the left, we have a pretty fast wall, it seems like.
Yeah.
It is missing on some thrusters, and on the bottom left we have 3 small diagonal shapes that I don't think have enough to justify them being there. They only have 2 weapons on
They
each
can't
side.
flank
A heavy
them from
laser
behind.
blaster and a large cannon. He just even if he flanks, I don't think. First of all, I don't think he can flank with them. I don't think with the way the thrusters are located on them, he can maneuver them good enough.
It looks like Guy has decided to split one of the small ships off.
Yeah, maybe he tried to split off them, just misclick. Okay, so the big ships are trying to shoot. If you didn't know, diagonal laser design counter walls pretty good, especially cannon walls, because
Yeah.
they can snipe the weapons so efficiently. Okay, so
Guy's wall has taken significant damage already, because Orb is
yeah,
fire.
Orb is taking damage too. 3 or 4 laser compartments have already been lost. Meanwhile, a small part of Guy wall tore apart.
It's possible that Orb
Side.
doesn't have enough electro bolts to get through the shields. He's got only one.
I just think he is not targeting the weapons right, because you're supposed to target each cannon from the outside to the inside, and I think that instead of doing that, he's targeting the reactors, which is the wrong decision in this case.
It looks to me that he's not targeting anything. The weapons are firing rather randomly.
Yeah, sometimes if you target it and
Oh,
it
now he's
goes
definitely
out
going
of
for a
the
reactor. Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely think you should target weapons and not reactors, because when you have so little shielding, you just want to take the weapons as quick as possible out.
It looks like he heard you and he's starting to work on those, work on the cannons.
Maybe. Anyways, as I said, even when he managed to flank, just the small ships just don't have enough firepower to do anything significant.
Ah, true, true.
And the wall just the wall is dead. Doesn't have the control
Oh,
rooms.
wow. I
So
guess
that's
he,
what he was
yeah,
aiming
he
for.
wasn't aiming for
Oh,
the
okay.
reactors. He was aiming
Yeah,
for the
I
control
didn't.
rooms.
Okay, I didn't saw that. Sorry, Job, for not believing in you.
Octo.
Okay, so he's only left with 2.5 small ships against Orb gigantic diagonal laser design.
He's got 3 ships. Yeah, he's got 3 ships. They all have their control rooms. But like you said, they don't really have that much firepower. So they're gonna need to like actually, if they manage to get inside that hole, then Orb is gonna be in some trouble.
They can't because the structure is blocking them.
They just need to get the majority of the ship inside, because that way Orb can't fire his weapons on him.
Okay, one of the ships lost its control room. Good, good. Orb is trying to get in the angle to destroying the one on top of him. Okay, he starts firing. Look how in the back of Orb ships, you have this really expensive model with 2 engine rooms, 3 boost thrusters, and 4 reactors. Like, it costs a lot of credits to use that, but it just gives you so much maneuverability, and that's such an important stat to have in Cosmoteer, especially in tournaments and official match. Because
Exactly. As you can
in
see,
a lot of cases, especially when you go up the ranks and win more games, the ship will be more equally matched, and so the guy who have more mobility and can maneuver his ships better will probably win.
exactly, as you can see that Guy had tried to flank Orb several times, but Orb, like, he did do some damage to the backside of the armor, as you can see. There's some holes there, but Orb was able to turn his ship around every single time.
I think that's less of Orb maneuvering correctly and more of the little ships not having enough firepower to actually do Orb significant damage from the backside.
Well,
You can see, okay, when I'm looking on those small ships, they are really inefficient. You can see 2 main things. One is that the backside is way too expensive than it should be, with the boost thrusters and the engine room. And 2 is that the front is way too armor heavy. As the nose is just really unnecessary to have so much armor.
yes,
2
because
electrobolts, it's okay, but then you don't have enough energy to power them because you have 4 shields and 3 reactors on them, and then you have 4 electrobolts.
I
And
think
3 reactors can't handle that because electrobolts and shields just demand so much energy.
a big question that needs to be asked is why do you have all this protection for when you don't have that much firepower? What are you protecting exactly, right?
Yeah.
So if oh, Orb looks like he's getting out of the perimeter. Ah, never mind.
Yeah, it
He
doesn't
manages.
matter
Yeah,
because
he snipes the last control room, and congratulations to Orb for winning the first round. Where is the tournament announcement? Ah, yes. Okay, Octo, pick 3 numbers between 1 to 16.
Okay, I pick 2, 4, and 10.
Okay, round 2, free roll would be Varania, Tribe. Varania was like messaging earlier how it wasn't her actually piloting it.
Yeah, it is a good name, Luke.
Okay, so it will be, is it Luke? I think it's Luke versus Black Hole. Oh no, it's Slowking actually. versus whose team? Oh yeah, Kuroko. You picked some very interesting numbers here, Octo.
Well, we do have Rania Tribe and Kuruko and Slowking in the same game.
So
Definitely a heavy game, let's call it that. Kuruko, with his kiters, definitely at a disadvantage here in a free-for-all when you have 3 people.
now,
Because, as you know,
let's
yeah,
not jump to conclusions here. We haven't seen what Kuroko has brought out. You know, traditionally he has also gone for some just
yeah, but
wars.
his walls and his all all of his ships that aren't kiter are significantly less good than his kiters because his kiters are amazing. He does them like the best from everyone else. But in this situation, when he have 2 other people, he can just kite one of them. Maybe he can kite one of. Maybe he can kite successfully. I don't know. Maybe he can bring 2 1 million kiters and like ditch them. I do not know, but I think he is at a disadvantage in this situation.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see what Kuroko brings out to this game. It would be interesting to see if anybody else tries the same strategy Pyrus did last tournament with a railgun missile type. Like it wasn't even it was a dreadnought type ship. It was just tanky and it did damage.
Yeah, it was a missile boat.
You could argue it was a stat ball, right?
It was what?
It was a stat ball. It was like just it had better stats than the other ships.
Yeah. Well, I think that he also had good matches in the sense that if he was to fight some of the other players, I don't think he would have won that. So he definitely also had some luck in the matchmaking.
All right. Looks like all the players are ready, and let's begin the game. Let's start with bottom right.
Gladly.
Okay, so we have Kuroko with this very interesting missile kiter design.
You can see the missiles are pointing inward.
Yeah.
I definitely think he measured the distance so they can go forward after he shoot them. Definitely interesting. We'll have to see how this one goes.
Top right.
On the top right, we have a very colorful wall.
Nothing special about it, really.
It does have some backward thrust, but not as much as I like. Also, he have some kind of a missile boat with a heavy armor front. I don't like this design too much.
Looking at Luke.
Okay, so Luke is using the splitting wall we've already seen before in past tournaments, and another ship which is some kind of a missile cutter, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting shape.
It's effective though because the front is quite heavily armored and it protects the entire ship. It's quite interesting how all 3 players have decided to go for missile ships. Unfortunately,
I don't think missiles are that strong in the current meta, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the thing with free-for-alls, 3-player waiting game.
Yeah, because no one wants to be the one.
No,
Go
the Kuroko
first
definitely
and
does
get
not want to get
trapped.
up there. He has like
Yeah.
this. He has a ship that's essentially made out of paper. He doesn't even have any like armor or shields protecting his sides. So yeah, he definitely does not want to go start the engage. It would
Yeah,
if anybody.
but he can just maneuver himself away from everything that is a threat. The only thing that may concern me about his ship is he doesn't have any PD on his sides. So if the missiles can go around the PD he have in the front, he's pretty much out. That's gonna be a problem with two players having missile ships.
Well, it looks like Varenia and Slowking have decided to make their moves.
Mm.
And by moves, I mean like slowly inching their way towards one side. Hold on,
Okay,
let me
so
see.
I'm looking at Slowking missile boat, and what I'm looking at, I don't really like because you can see the missile module he's using is very explosive with a big chain reaction between the reactor and the two factories. I
I'm
really
sorry.
don't like that.
What ship are we talking about? I was not listening.
The
Sorry.
missile boat that Slowking is using.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I see that. Still, the missiles would actually have to get past the front armor first, which would be quite tough given how wide and thick it is.
Also, let's look on the Rania tribe missile ship. You can see that you can see and with all the engines in the middle, it's not really a kiter, but it is very maneuverable without a doubt. It just I'm not sure what to call it. It confused me.
It's basically the
And
same concept as what Pyrus brought last time, isn't it? It's got missiles and a thick frontal shield in front to protect it from anything that might be like any railguns or something, cannons that might be attacking it from the
also, I'm
front.
very surprised we haven't seen any railgun ships yet. I hope to see them in the next rounds because I really like railguns.
Now, the thing about these waiting games is that as there is once the game starts once the perimeter starts shrinking enough, this is going to become very explosive very fast because the players are just slowly inching towards each other, and they're going to get into weapons range eventually. Eventually. Oh, it looks like Kuroko has decided to move up a bit.
No, he's backing. Also, I'm hoping to see spinners this game.
I actually haven't seen any since. Is that the one that Dallas brought around?
And some, it's similar, but I bought them before the auto shoot on thrusters update, so the new spinners are slightly different from what he used.
Well, I haven't seen any yet, so I too am quite interested.
Well, Slowking is kind of splitting his ships, which is not a very wise decision when you have such powerhouses in the game.
It's also not a
Definitely
very
don't
wise decision to
your
get out of the
power.
perimeter.
Oh no, he's back in.
Ideally, you don't want to be outside for any period of time, really. Well, it looks like a Slow King is making his way towards Roko. Like you said, Roko doesn't have much room left to kite.
Yeah, but when he faced the split power of Slowking, because it's only one of his two ships, he definitely has the advantage here, don't you think? And
Um,
if you can bait him around to so that Slowking will have to face Verania tribe too, then he's pretty much gone.
it looks like these two are about to just not.
Oh,
Oh, here comes the missiles.
some missiles, yeah.
Some are actually
Some definitely,
hitting
yeah,
the
hits the
sides.
inside.
I don't really think there's
Interesting.
enough hitting, getting out, to be honest. And
Okay,
these
so
two are.
Kuroko is way out of the center. So the Rania tribe, Luke definitely has an advantage because he's the only one with all of his ships inside. He can definitely take on the missile boats because it's only half or so of Slowking the power, and he have both his ships.
I
So
don't think these two are gonna make it back in time.
no, Kuroko can definitely get back if he go on full power. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
That's too far. So Kuruko is done.
yeah, and Black
As I thought, he was at a disadvantage because of the free 1v1v1 situation. The free.
and Slow King,
As
well,
I
poor guy.
said, the missile model was had a chain reaction in it, so the explosion was pretty much what I expected. Also, it's looking like Verania just have enough PD to handle these missiles. So Verania tribe, I mean, Luke, not Verania. Well, we see you again, Verania. We're missing you.
Well, maybe it's for the best.
There-
I mean, Varenia forever not forever not winning. Maybe that's just the curse of the name. If you participate under the
Okay,
name
so
Varenia.
yeah, Luke definitely got this round, which was a pretty heavy round. When you have Kuruko, it's definitely a heavy round.
I
But
mean,
Kuruko, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the 2 times champion.
yeah, all three participants are definitely very strong.
All these missiles. Can't catch him. Oh, never mind, they can.
Well,
GG.
congratulations to Luke. Didn't really
From Verania tribe.
Well, congratulations to Luke, and let's just do the all the free for wars at once this time. So we have one more free for war to do. All right, Octo, pick another 3 numbers between 1 to 16, but not the 3 you picked last time. So 2, 4, and 10 are gone.
Okay, so 1, 9, and 13.
1, okay. That would be Tartarus versus Astronaut versus Cactor.
Versus who?
Cactor09.
Oh, okay, I see. So, I do not recognize Astronaut, neither Cactus,
But
but
we know
Tartarus
Tartarus.
is an experienced player, so I definitely think he gonna take this. We might have a wild card. We'll have to see the ships before we can say for sure. But the Tartarus probably gonna win this.
I always root for the wild card. So.
Timmy?
That does
Who's
not
Timmy?
seem like the right person. Maybe that's Astronaut? I'm gonna have to ask him. We're definitely not starting until I get a response from Astronaut, so. Oh, yes, he has Timmy. He has Timmy. Okay, that.
Meanwhile, do you want to discuss the greatest ship ever made? Qatari?
I do not know of any ship of that name. What is the Qatari? I have never seen it. I have never heard of it. Let's just start the game. Who are you talking about? Qatari? Qatari what? What Qatari?
I don't know about you, but I've heard it's pretty good.
I heard it's shit. I mean, I'm sorry. I never heard of it. I've never heard of it. Totally.
Never heard of such.
I have never heard of it.
But then again, you didn't know Phineas and Ferb either, so we can take your word for granted.
Okay, let's start with the bottom right again. You were saying something about spinners, Octo?
Oh yeah, a railgun spinner, but it only have one railgun and a few
It's also got missiles,
missiles.
so that's a
Yeah,
that's
and
yeah.
okay, iron beams for a spinner. Definitely, I don't think it's the best idea.
You know, there was this ship from oh god
Also, what's
ages
the deal
ago.
with the splitting?
Yeah, I'm a bit curious too,
Okay,
but
let's continue.
yeah, let's go top right now. We'll have a
On the
look at that later.
top, we have a railgun boat with a few missiles, but a few things I don't like is first of all, the lack of armor. Yeah, he does have armor, but only on the sides for some reason. And second of all, the missile storage and the cannon storage. Guys, don't use those. Use factories instead. Okay?
Hey!
And
Don't say the
and
same thing as One Eye here, okay? I have to.
and
I
the
personally think there is.
reactors the
No.
reactors are a bit
Let,
too far away from the thrusters,
they're also
in my
quite far
opinion.
away from the railguns too.
Yeah.
Then he might have a
And
problem firing
on
that
the
continuously.
left, we have in the front a railgun fight, diagonal laser cannon hybrid. Nice, looking pretty sleek, and look like it can split too. And on the bottom, we have a railgun design. Pretty nice, pretty slim. Yeah. And on the top, we have the same railgun design again. My only problem with that design is it doesn't have a lot of armor in the front, and its only weapon, actual weapon, is the railguns. I mean, it does have electric
I'm
bolts.
gonna have to stop you right there. Cactor
Yeah,
just dropped.
Cactus left the game,
We might have to
so
restart. Yeah. In
let me
situations like
contact
this, we
him.
restart once, and if he drops
Let
again, then
let's just contact him via Discord.
you can tell me if he responds.
Not yet.
He is online in Discord, so I don't think his internet is gone. I think it's just like his connection was bad.
He lost connection.
Yeah, we'll just have to restart. Damn it! Now I have to. What's the game again? It is October, right?
Yeah, it is October.
Phew. I thought I might have like. I was a bit confused whether it's October or September. I mean November. Yep. The game is back up, so you can join Gang Octo. Octo?
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
change the password?
No, it's the exact same. Cactus and
That's
Powder
funny.
is already here. You probably want to copy and
Yes.
paste it because it has a space in it.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Right, we're just waiting for Astronaut. I mean Timmy. There he is. All right, so you want to talk about the Qatari? Let's talk about the Qatari. Oh god, the Qatari, Jesus. I'll be honest, Octo. I did not think that ship would even win against a ship half its price.
Oh, yeah, it probably won't.
It did. It did.
Oh, you did? Oh,
It did.
nice.
Like
Well,
you know how I was doing testing, right? I was like, when I was testing your ship, I'm like, okay, there's no way this is gonna be anything good, and then I tested it and it won. So
yeah, because the railguns are so spread, and yeah.
I don't know if that speaks more to your design or how bad Wolf's designs were, but
Well, when I designed the ship, I was really focusing on how it looked, right? I didn't actually think, because when I first designed it, it wasn't for any event. I was just like having fun with the new heavy laser blasters weapon. So I was just like doing something, I don't know. And then you guys started the design event, and I changed it a bit, and made it a bit bigger, and got in the event. I didn't act like I didn't think you will be testing the ship for like fighting because I only designed it to look nice. Okay, so by the look of things, no one
change
changed
your
the
ship. That
ships.
they're allowed to change,
Okay,
by the way, but
good.
yeah, obviously they didn't. Let's take a closer
Okay,
look at the circle. That one character
yeah,
is
I
bringing.
wanted to say you can see the boost thrusters. They have the infinite boost thing I was talking about,
Yes.
but that's a pretty big chain reaction. Like you get a railgun hit there or something, and the whole thing goes. So
I
you
still
should
don't
be.
quite understand why his ship can split and like that. So he
Yeah,
uses his
it's looking
smaller
like it's.
ship. He uses his smaller ship to push the bigger one around.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay, curious. Well, the circle is relatively immobile, I would say. So
Okay, so by the look of things, Timmy is going upward toward the circle. So I think he should start spinning soon.
now something that I'm a bit concerned about is that if you have a smaller ship within a larger ship, that's going to impact its spinning.
That's
Because
what?
it's going to impact the spinning because the smaller ship is going to want to
No.
like stay in position, but the larger ship wants to spin around. Obviously, I think there's enough thrusters on the circle so that the spinning is like
Mhm.
it's going to keep spinning, but it's going to be slower than usual. Like there's going to be some reverse thrust against it.
No, he can just turn off the thrusters,
Well,
You can
true,
just
but it's still bumping it
if you
around.
double click or triple click, I can't remember, you choose all the thrusters, then you can just turn off the energy.
It's still going to bump it around. Definitely. He does seem to have turned it off though.
No, yeah, he seems to actually make it so it will help it spin.
I don't
Interesting.
think that's possible, given the rotation, but we'll have
Okay,
to
Timmy
see.
is getting closer and closer to the circle. Let's see how this goes. Since he have these railguns, definitely think he can get if he can get a few good hits, then this little ship is going to explode in seconds. Also, because this tournament we start with full power, maybe we will see a battery powered ship when you have just a battery is energy storage. When you have a
That's
lot of energy
possible.
storages and a few reactors, and thus the ship is very you can reduce the cost of energy and like use it for weapons or thrust. Okay, so Timmy is supposed to be in range in a few minutes, seconds. Yeah. Oh, didn't hit
Not
well.
enough. Okay, that was a nice railgun
Oh,
shot. That took out a
yeah.
railgun from Timmy. Oh,
Oh, the
that was an
railgun is
equally bad.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the railgun is gone. Feels bad, man. Feels
It
bad.
was bad indeed. It is interesting though. Cat.
Meanwhile, Tartarus is coming too to join the party.
It is interesting that Cactus missiles are successfully managing to get out of this little circle. I was actually not sure that would happen, but obviously he designed it nice enough. Timmy is now going to face Tartarus.
Yeah, I don't think the iron beams and the spinner are the best idea.
No.
You definitely want missiles or railgun. Not iron beams. I've actually seen a pretty successful cannon spinner. Very interesting. Very good against swarms. Yeah, Tartarus is just taking the railguns out.
There's just not enough protection for the railguns. It's basically one shield that's in front of them.
And the shields are just so far away from the reactors, no way you can keep them up power.
You take them out and it takes them like another, what, 10 seconds at least before the crew gets power back. I think ion spinners would be a much better idea if shields didn't exist. Because like that way the damage just slowly adds up, but
No,
okay.
I don't think iron spinners will be a good idea. Hey.
Well,
Maybe if you have an iron spinner inside a bigger ship, and when the next update hits, you have that iron spinner thing that collect iron beams to one big beam. Maybe you can do something with that.
I have definitely seen well, it wasn't precisely a spinner, but back in the day, like this would be ages and ages ago, before electro bolts even, the meta was basically, well, I say meta, it was like the only real strategy was to stack ion beams and shields. And there was a ship that abused the fact that the AI would spin the ship around every time you took out a weapon. And that was definitely the most powerful ship I have ever played against. So...
Who built it? Probably Tag, right?
No, this was even before him. This was like 12
Who built it then?
I'd have to actually look on the forums to check. I think it was Hazard? This was before you even joined the game, Octo, so...
Yeah, I understood that because I never played with...
Yeah, like I was saying, the ship would spin around every time a weapon got taken out. And because there was no electro bolts, it took so much effort to just take out a single weapon. And then the ship would instantly spin around and it would face you with like a full side of undamaged shield, yeah. And then you'd have to spend another age to take out another weapon, and all this time the ion beams would be firing at you. It's not precisely spinning constantly, but like it's using the mechanic of spinning around to use fresh shields. I'm not sure if I'm...
Okay, so the signal split. The signal just split.
Was that... I don't think that was intentional, was it?
No, I think it was intentional. It
Really?
Was, yeah.
Well, I don't think it really increases chances much.
Well, he did escape with the smaller ship that he had inside.
Oh! I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Don't think it's gonna help him much, yeah.
Oh, that was a nice railgun shot.
Turtles just need to back off, stay in the middle, let everyone die. Yeah, in this case I think that Tartarus just had a better ship than the other players.
I mean,
better ships,
both the tournament ship from Timmy and the Circle had some fundamental flaws with it. Well, it wasn't so much fundamental as just unlucky with the Circle, because Timmy took out that massive railgun with one shot. I don't think Cactor was expecting that. I'm pretty sure he was expecting like the railgun to last at least 2 or 3 shots at minimum. Instead, only got one shot off.
Yeah, you should. You could have built that spinner better. And Timmy is totally out. No control rooms left. Well, Timmy, you should definitely check out the guide that One Eye made for the game. It have a lot of basic things. Except from that, just keep playing, keep building ships, keep experiencing. Talking in the Discord community, especially in the ship section, will definitely help you get better in ship designing. Ask guys to review your ships and take what they tell you with care. And that's pretty much it.
It looks like character does have a bad connection. That's why this game is rather laggy. Oh, looks like Tartarus wins. Congratulations, and we can move on to we can finally get past the free-for-all stage and move on to the move on back to the 1v1 stage. I have to admit that was a pretty nice ship character brought along. It looked like from that one shot we know that it was definitely quite powerful. It just got a bit unlucky with its railgun being taken out that early. Tartarus and Astronaut. There we go. Now, let me just send you this list, Octo, and well, where is Octo? There he is. So, Octo, do you mind picking another two numbers?
Okay.
From the list
Oh,
I
you
sent
want me
you?
to choose?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one with the dash in them
Uh,
have already I've already like they've already participated.
Wait, I can choose. That's not fair. Let's use a random number generator. Okay, so the first one would be One Eye, and the second Beaven
All right.
or Baven. I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Round 4, One Eye. That's a O, not a. That's a 0, not a O. Versus Baben. Yeah, there we go. That is Baben, by the way. He talked to me before this, before it started.
One Eye?
One
Coming?
Eye is coming. Yeah. I mean,
Okay. So, let's talk about the players. Both One Eye and Baven are pretty experienced. We've seen them both in the tournaments before. But I do think One Eye is a bit more experienced and a bit better. So I think this game will go to One Eye.
he has won a tournament before, so
Yeah, yeah, he did, right. Forgot about that. We should keep like a log of who won tournaments.
I used to do that, but I have no idea why I stopped doing it, other than the fact I'm lazy. I can still sort of remember who did, though. I just can't remember which order they won them in. I mean, you won one. I remember that very clearly.
Yeah, because it was the first one.
Yes. I'm still sort of pissed off that you actually won that one.
It was your mistake.
It was.
I mean, your mistake and World's fault because
It was. Why did I ever decide that Walt would like that like voting phase would just decide it? Oh, that was so stupid of me. I blame Modbot. He was the one who convinced me that there was gonna be like 100 people signing up. Are you serious, mate?
Okay, so on the right side from one eye we have with his signature color scheme 2 walls, and you can see the cannon model.
Okay. Oh wow, that was a lot of sound. That looks like Spaven just split his ships into how many? 1, 2, 3, 4,
it is
5.
an ion beam swarm.
Okay, that's how many ships? 10, 14.
I don't think the
7,
swarm
8.
will do very good against the 2 walls.
No, me neither. The thing about swarms is that it's gonna be incredibly difficult to control all these ships.
Well, it is possible.
It is possible, sure, but it's not as easy as controlling just 2.
These walls from one eye, first of all, they can split in the middle. Second of all, I think they are pretty intimidating with all these cannons, large and small cannons.
The thing about Cosmoteer that many people seem to forget is that even though it's an RTS game, you also have full control over all the weapons. So there's like you're controlling the ships via RTS, but the weapons you have to control as well.
Yeah, ion beams are less controllable.
Yes, but like you have to deal with the firing of the iron beams. You have to get them in range, and you have to basically rotate all the ships around. Looks like there's a bit of lag, probably due to all these ships that Bateman has brought out. Looks like One Eye has decided to split one of his walls.
Well, it will definitely be harder to... Oh, David, just... Yeah, this sometimes happens with splitters. Let me contact him in Discord.
He is technically allowed to change his ships, so... But obviously he's not allowed to he's only if he does connect a gang, that means he's out of the tournament. Or maybe it's just because I'm in New Zealand and Bavens has a pretty bad connection to me. While we're waiting for the participants to get ready, let me try and find that ship I was talking about and send it to you so you can have a look. Okay. Oh, looks like the participants are ready now.
Okay, so Bavin is now using a cannon biter.
Yep.
A lot of thrust, but it doesn't seem to have backward thrust, which, as you know already, I don't like not having backward thrust. And from mana, we have the same two wall design. You can definitely try and flank with one wall or split them and try and flank, because biters are pretty vulnerable to flanks.
I am currently trying to decide whether or not we're gonna like have a round three if Baven wins this, because like before we didn't allow players to change their ships after a disconnect, but obviously it's entirely possible that your ship type might be causing disconnect, so we changed that rule, and now I'm not sure if it's quite fair to the other person playing against the person who disconnected. So, I'm not sure if I'm making any sense, by the way. So if you don't understand me, then that's perfectly alright.
One eye was drifted pretty far. It is coming back, but it will take a few.
I don't think that's the best angle
Meanwhile,
to
one eye
engage.
is doing a pretty good job at handling the biter with only one wall, it seems.
But it's not ideal.
Definitely not. But it could be worse, I guess. Okay, so it's splitted from the damage. And is this the start of a flank? I don't know. Okay, the second wall is coming in strong.
Oh
Yeah, a
dear.
bit of lag.
Uh,
Lag.
it looks
Oh,
like
and
Baven,
he
yeah.
crashed again.
So, unfortunately, it does look like Baven is just disqualified from the tournament. Unfortunate.
Yes, two crashes and you out. Sorry.
Well, that was a bit unfortunate, but it looks like looks like Vave's internet is not very good this time. That's funny because he used to his internet used to work just fine before.
Yeah, I remember playing against him.
Yeah.
Weird.
He participated in a tournament before, so I'm not quite sure why this is happening now. Anyway, I guess I will choose for the next rounds. So, Baven and One Eye have both participated. Let's see, random number generator.
But I can tell you what my random generator just
Okay,
made.
you give me a number and I'll pick the other one.
Okay, 11.
Okay, that would be round 5. Cosmoteer versus this.
Cosmoteer,
Yes.
you joining us?
Cosmoteer, we are waiting on you. I'm sure. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is saying this will be a spectacle. Okay. All right, both players are winning.
I do hope to see Cosmoteer ships because last time he had a really visually pleasing walls.
Well, we do have original colors on. You can I finally remember to turn it off, so...
Well, I always have it on, and I don't watch through the stream. I observe. So,
Okay,
on the
what you were
right
saying
side, we
about
have
Cosmoteer's visually pleasing ships?
on the right side we have some kind of a double blighter design. I don't know how to call it.
I think it's like...
Definitely some cannons, some electro bolts, and some heavy laser blasters.
And it definitely looks
Nice.
incredibly awesome.
On the left, we have a ship that I kind of recognize. It looks kind of familiar. I'm not sure from where. Never mind that. The something that immediately interrupts my eye is it have a sensor and it have FTL drive.
Yeah, not sure what's going on over there, but
yeah. Also, not as much thrust as I like as a ship this big, but that's okay. And the missile model does seem a bit chain reaction.
This ship definitely seems like a juggernaut type ship, where it's not designed to be maneuverable. It's just designed to be there and fire out its missiles and railguns, sort of like what Pyrus did last time. That looks like.
I also really like the shadows on that ship.
Yes. Cosmoteer?
And cannon shots are going, railguns, ions, missiles, everything is going out. Oh, explosions.
Yeah, there's no maneuvering or anything here. It's just...
doesn't seem to have a lot of PD, so the missiles definitely can do some heavy damage to his ship.
These two ships are just like
not fast enough.
Beating at each other. There's no maneuvering, there's no dodging going on. It's just straight up brawl. I love these type of fights.
Yeah, Cosmoteer definitely don't have enough PD to stop the missiles.
However, this is also taking significant damage. Almost one side of missiles is almost completely gone. The railguns, though, a bit too short to do anything. Maybe he should have saved some money maybe if he didn't buy the FDL and sensors, he might have been able to like get another one or two accelerators on there.
You should at least turn off the sensor to not use any energy on it. Yeah, you need to see, but fog of war is off. You can see the whole screen anyways without the sensor.
It doesn't look like he needs it though, because those missiles are pounding Cosmoteer something nasty.
Always remember to put PD on your ships.
Always remember to use PD, kids.
I get that it's a low ship, but it's a multiplayer battle.
I think the ship design by itself is pretty nice. It's not a massive amount of wasted credits. It's just a sensor and some FDL. But like I said, it probably would be a lot nicer if this had actually had some extra accelerators on that railgun, because it is really, it has the potential to do a lot more damage than it is doing right now. I mean, if you look at it, it's been firing continuously, and just no real effect. That being said, the amount of missiles this ship pumps out is quite impressive.
But then again, I think it is just a mistake on Cosmoteer's part, not putting enough PD on his ship.
That's
Never
definitely a
know
problem.
what to expect.
Well, it looks like Cosmoteer is being pounded into space dust. There's not much left of the deity. Congratulations to Viss for winning round 5. That was a very good fight. That was very visually pleasing. Right, Octo, do you mind picking another number for me?
Yeah, no problem. Random number. I got 12.
Okay,
Which
and
is size.
I have 7. So that would be Cyrus versus I was. There we go. Oh god. Oh, that ship I was going to send you, huh? Taking me so long. Games and Cosmoteer. I'll be right back. Sorry about the delay. Are you ready, Octo?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start the game then.
Okay, so on the right we have a double walls, a lot of thrusters, like I like, cannons in the front, but not electrobolts. Interesting how this will go.
It definitely looks like a ship that focuses more on maneuverability than firepower.
Well, lucky for him, he doesn't need electrobolts because the enemy only have one shield with 3 ships.
Oh, that is...
One small ship and 2 railgun forks, but the railguns are pretty short, so I don't know if they can do enough damage.
Ah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that and how it goes. Well, I definitely have a wall design that is pretty similar in my new ship. If you want, I will show it to you at the end of the tournament. Maybe we can do a fight when I show
That
you my
sounds
new
that
ship.
sounds rather wrong, Octo. Do not show it to me at the end of the tournament.
Well, fight me, Ivy. I mean memories. So it's supposedly not coming
I
Ivy.
still have no good ships. They're maybe
You
if
can
we
borrow-
reverted all the way back to version 0.45, then I will fight you.
You can borrow one of my ships if you want.
No, I don't want to use any of your stupid ships. Oh, it looks like the SS Stupidity has managed... Of all the railguns, only one managed to get a shot off, so... I have to say I am not particularly impressed by that.
Please, Emily, I need to fight someone. Please.
That's what she said. Oh god.
Yeah, he's blocking himself. That's what happened when you spin around.
We saw this happen last time as well.
I mean, I guess this is some kind of a try, Elgan fun, but it's not working very well.
This is almost sad. It's like every single shot is being like...
And it lost half its railgun. One of the stupidity lost half its railguns.
Oh look, one of them managed to get a few shots off.
Yeah, if you can stay steady and aim,
then yes, but obviously with all this thrust, there's no way Cyrus is gonna stay still. Why should he?
Yeah, definitely.
He can't run circles around these things.
Okay, now a few good shots I mentioned before that just aren't long enough to go through the shields.
Oh boy. I think somebody has well, maybe he did do some testing. After all, his ships are named SS Stupidity, so.
It's just mean.
Hey. I call it like it is. Seriously though, these ships probably could have used some more combat testing before they got into the field. Still better ships than the Qatari.
Very nice of you to appreciate my ships like that.
Your ships are full.
I mean, you were also against the fracture, so.
But that was for an entirely different reason. I was against the fracture because it was like, okay, congratulations to Cyrus for winning round 6. I was against the fracture because the fracture was terrifying to face. It was the complete opposite reason of why the Qatari shouldn't be in the game.
Okay, we're getting close.
Getting close to
the first round.
Yep. Pick another number, Octo.
Well, I got 14, which is Icemoon.
Alright, round 7. Icemoon versus Roger Ain't Right.
So you were talking about Roger.
Yes, I was. He, last time he was in a free-for-all, and he sorta... I can't remember the exact details, but I do sort of recall him, messing up slightly. He was definitely a very strong contender, though, so I'm quite curious as to see what he manages to bring out this time.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I finally found that ship I was going to send you. Where is it? Here.
Please do then.
Yes, here you go. This thing was like the stuff of my nightmares back when I had to face it.
Mm.
This was what, patch 12 point.
Wait, who built it?
I'm pretty sure it was Hazard. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, look, the two competitors are very sportsmen. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop talking because I obviously can't speak English properly.
Totally. Okay, everyone's ready.
Let's start this and quickly finish the tournament before Octo falls asleep.
Well, I mean, it is
Yes, I know it is very late for you.
pretty late.
That's
And
not your fault. That's my
I
fault.
think we should get more hosts for
Me
this.
too. But Mini Margo said he would almost come and host this, but
Okay, so on the right side we have a dual heavy laser blasters and big cannons diagonal ship. Okay, nice. On the left we have a very explosive ship with a lot of reactors there. With heavy blasters, heavy laser blasters at the front and few cannons. Let's see how this goes. I think Iceborne ships just they do have thrust, but they don't have backward thrust. I can't express this enough. You need backward thrust, guys. You need it. Please
well, we'll
use
see
it.
who comes out on top this time. It definitely looks like Icemore doesn't have as much just raw firepower. Also, notice the how close the reactors are to each other.
I already said that.
Oh, right. Sorry. Looks like I'm falling asleep.
I like the color work on the Iceborne ship. So on both ships, actually, the colors are pretty nice.
Well, it looks like the two competitors are quite content to just circle around each other. Well, I say circle around each other. It's more like Icemoon is circling around Roger.
Okay, so one of Iceborne ships is getting damage from the cannon fire, and a few still alive.
It is it's sort of
And
outran.
he flanked. Yeah, his ships are on the back.
Okay, but Roger is turning his ship around. That was not a very effective flank. These ships are very fast, even though they don't have much backwards thrust.
So, by the look of things, Iceborne is trying to hit the flank, but not going too well for him, I would say.
His ships are a bit lacking in the old electro bolt department. And just firepower in general.
Well, he does have electro bolts.
Yes, he only has two though.
Yeah, but he have two on four ships. So,
Yet, when he's in battle, he's only really fighting with one ship at a time. Two at most.
flank. Will he manage to keep it up? The flank. Looks like it. Maybe. No, guys, add backward thrust. If he had backward thrust now, his ship could be in a very good position. Uh,
Let me just do some better camera work here. Kiefer is getting
Okay,
close.
so but there's the things. One
Yeah.
of Iceman ship is out. Kind of. Half out. I don't know how to call it.
Looks like Eismore has finally decided to commit all his ships into finding Roger. Curious, lucky for Eismore. Oh wait, no, he does have blast shields. That's why those reactors don't chain. Ah, I see.
Well, yes, still, but when the reactors are so close, even if it doesn't chain react, the explosion destroys the pathways around the reactors, so the crew will move much slower when getting.
That is true.
So it's still not a very good idea.
Yeah, also any explosion is going to cause fires, which might chain the other reactors anyway. And unfortunately for Iceborne, it just looks like the raw firepower that Roger is bringing to the table is too much for him to deal with.
When you have more than one ship, you have to split the budget, and you can have less money spent on weapons because you need to build a whole ship around to carry those weapons. So if you have one ship and two ships or three or four, the even if the overall budget is the same, one will have more firepower. Supposedly, it doesn't have to be like that. You can build a ship that have a very little firepower for its budget, right? But I'm talking like general. But the look of things, Roger and try to cut this match. He's taking out the last ship as I speak. And
Oh, congratulations to Roger for winning round what round is this? Round 7. Okay. You sure you good continuing, Octo? You sound really sleepy.
well, I am, but I think I will continue.
All right, if you can't keep going, that's perfectly fine by me. I mean, you've already done plenty.
Okay, so I think next match is last for this round.
Yes, that is the last round for stage 1, round 8, and it is between Kiefer, Grandpa. Please don't change your name. Versus who is left?
Mognorog.
Yes, Mognorg. While we're waiting for these two to join the game, how do you think about the participants so far? Like the winners, the people who are moving on to stage 2.
Well, they are pretty much what I expected, you know.
I didn't
The only
expect this
surprise,
to win against Cosmoteer. That's
that is pretty much the only surprise here. And Saris, I mean, both in round 6 weren't guys that I knew. So Saris, I don't know him, but seems decent. Don't know. Roger and Tried, you talked about him before. Nice. Except from that, One Eye, Tartarus, Verania Tribe. Yeah, all pretty normal. The same guys we see every time.
same guys we see every time. Not having Cosmoteer here is quite surprising. Also, I guess I can't say I was surprised by Iceborne versus Roger result, but I was expecting you to be at least a little surprised.
Maybe I'm just too tired.
Yeah, you do sound incredibly tired. Are you sure you don't want me to do it by myself? You really sound like you should probably go to bed, to be honest.
I probably should.
Yeah. It's no what's that saying? It is perfectly fine if you go to sleep. Hold on, I just need to go message somebody the password. Maybe if you're this sleepy and you actually get to the end, I could probably win a 1v1 against you just because you're so sleepy.
You wish.
Oh wow! I mean, if you're gonna fall asleep,
Then maybe.
I'm just gonna pray
who
that.
are we waiting for?
Sorry,
What are we waiting for again?
we are waiting for
Mognog?
Mognog. He just asked me for the password, and I messaged him. There he is. Octo, I know you think I can't build ships, and that is probably true, but I could probably like outmaneuver you if you're like falling asleep, if you're half asleep in the battle. So
I have to see.
everybody make your battles as boring as possible, just to make Octo fall asleep faster. Or just like fight slower. That also works.
Okay, so on the right we have a railgun ship, and the reactors are a bit too close, in my opinion. But other than that,
I would argue that.
it
I mean,
it doesn't have backward thrust. Guys, use backward thrust. How many times
hold on a second.
Also, his control rooms are pretty far up. And on the left, we have the two walls. We've already seen these last elements, right? I don't know. Okay, so the walls are coming in fast.
All right, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah.
You.
I think I must have missed your analysis of Kiefer's ships.
Also, the walls seems to be able to split if needed. Yeah, they can.
Split. Oh yes, they can split.
Yeah. Well, I'm just waiting for the next update with the friendly fire and Qatari, and we're gonna have a lot of good ships in the next. Yeah, a lot of good things in the next update.
Well, that
Mainly
initial
friendly
alpha
fire
strike from Kiefer has taken out like taken out most of the shields already, and one railgun is down. These railguns are not long enough to do significant damage, unfortunately, it seems.
Okay, so yeah, the chain reactions I was talking about before, and the fact that both control rooms were pretty far in the front.
Well,
GG.
congratulations to Kuiper for winning round 8, and we now move on to stage 2. Okay, we're just gonna do stage 2 in the order that each person won the games in. So the first round would be Orb versus a Varania tribe, aka
wow.
Nuke.
This gonna be interesting.
This is gonna be interesting.
I hope.
Will Varania lose again? Or will Orb reclaim his start to try and reclaim his champion title? If correctly, did Orb actually defend his title before, or did he like just not participate in the tournament?
I think he
won?
just didn't participate.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So he never really lost it. He just wasn't there.
Oh, you joining us?
He was online a few minutes ago, so I have no reason
Yeah, I
to
just talked to him in Discord. Yeah.
You know, looking at Discord, there's always a few people that I'm always curious as to why they've never joined a tournament. You're one of them, Octo.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
I was talking about people who are good in PvP. Like, they're well known in PvP, but they never actually joined a tournament. You're one of them, obviously.
Oh, I'm not joining the tournaments because I'm hosting them.
Yes, that's true. But
You.
yes, and Gustav is another one. I think he
Gustav, I think he told me once that he just don't like.
yeah, he just said his PC can't handle it. And the other one is Equalizer.
Well, Equalizer, maybe it's about time zone for him.
He wasn't there for the After Dark tournament either, but obviously.
Yes, it's about time zones, right?
Yeah, it's probably because my time zone is just not ideal for him. I was hoping that he would join the After Dark tournament, but I mean it's a 12-hour difference. It doesn't mean that the time zone is perfect.
No, it's a 12-hour difference for me and you, not for.
Yes, but like.
Wait, okay, never mind.
We're not making any sense, so let's just not talk about this.
I'm too tired to make sense right now.
Are you sure you don't need to go to sleep, Octo?
Yeah.
Okay, looks like both participants are ready, and let's begin the tournament. Quite curious as to see what everybody is going to bring out this time.
Okay, so Orb is using the shape that he already won a tournament with, the Vendetta, the Laser, the but he uses two of them.
So
Meanwhile, Luke is using walls, the two splitting walls that we've seen before. But Laser Diagonals usually have the upper hand with walls. As I said, because they can snipe the weapons so efficiently.
Well,
So I think Orb have the upper hand in terms of ships in this battle.
the wolves do have the ability to split, so we're gonna see if Luke decides to use that ability here. Not sure if it's if he's good enough a pilot to actually just effectively control 4 ships at the same time, but.
The only thing I don't like about the Vendetta is coloring. I mean, diagonal ships you can have just such good colors on them. Not just lazed out and only put these red stripes.
I personally don't mind the red and black scheme. It is a bit boring,
No,
but
it's not a problem with the red or black. It's only stripes. Like, do something more interesting. Okay, so cannons are starting to shoot.
okay, that's a quite nice nice chain of explosions there.
Yeah.
There goes one module. Unfortunately for Luke, one of his ship is sandwiched between the two diagonals.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem
And
to
the
be
control
taking too
rooms
much
are
damage though.
intact, so. Yeah, always aiming thrusters, as it should be. Because if you can immobilize them,
That would
the
be,
walls
yeah,
are
that would be
gone.
very effective. After all, like, you can, there's no reason why you can't just flank a wall either, so. Well, in general, the wall seems to be holding their own against Orb. In fact, he's taking a lot more damage than Luke has.
Well, if you noticed, he is aiming
For control rooms, yes.
but he lost control rooms of one of his walls. Of one of his banditas lost both its control rooms.
Okay, that's,
So he's basically down to one ship.
Whereas Luke still has both his well, one of his walls is not in
One
very
and a
good
half.
shape, but yeah, it's still firing at the very least.
By the look of things, Luke is down to one ship, sort of.
The main difference here is that the one ship Luke has left with is in much better shape with all its weapons intact.
Mm. But as I said, all diagonal lasers does have a slight advantage over walls.
Not if you can't face the wall, which is what Orb is having trouble with right now.
I think
now,
this was calculated to minimize the damage from the Alpha Strike.
That being said, Orb doesn't have. He's got one side of weapons left. Essentially, yeah, that's all he has left.
Does he need more than that?
I mean, ideally, he would probably want both sides of his both sides. The main issue here, I think, is a lack of electro bolts, really.
No, he does have electrical.
Yes, but he's only got 3 left. I don't think.
I think 3 is. Yeah, I think 3 is enough.
Luke's still trying to maneuver his other small section into place to fire. I will say that Orb is definitely losing more weapons than Luke is. In fact, he's lost most of his.
Yeah, just one.
Did Orb surrender?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that was pretty What's the word I should use? Pretty nice maneuvering. Pretty nice ship piloting from Luke there. English too hard. Congratulations to Luke, Verania tribe for winning round 1. This means Verania tribe moves on to semifinals, right?
Yeah.
Round 2 is Tartarus versus One Eye.
Okay, so both Tartarus and One Eye are experienced, but I do believe.
One
First of all,
Eye.
I believe we've already seen this match before Tartarus versus One Eye. Last tournament, right?
I can't
I don't know.
remember, damn it.
But I do believe One Eye is slightly better than Tartarus.
You could probably say that for like round 1 too. You could probably say Orb is slightly better than Verania, right? Right?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
So.
Well,
just have to
all
wait and
was
see.
using ships that are pretty outdated.
Okay, both participants are ready. Let's get into the game. Apologies if you can hear my chair creaking. It's a bit uncomfortable sitting still for such an extended period of time.
Okay, so on the right we have a railgun fan from One Eye.
We've seen
Very
this one before.
interesting.
We've seen this one before.
Yeah, you know what a railgun fan is, right?
Yes.
When it goes from side to side and all the rails hit the same point. And on the left we have a missile spinner and a railgun spinner, a hybrid between a small iron ship and what is looking like a sumo pusher.
It does look like a sumo, yes.
Okay, I think that the sumo against the fan will be not so good, probably.
Actually, I think it might be pretty nice because the fan is relying on its own rotation. The fan is sort of like a pseudo spinner, right? It needs to it doesn't need to spin, but it does need to turn a bit. So if you can stop the turning, then the fan is a lot less effective.
I don't know, but it still have the railguns. Just shoot through. I don't know. Anyways, the sumo seems to be backing. Oh, it's to push the spinner into place.
Oh,
I
you're
get it.
right. I see.
Nice.
But it probably can't push it while the ship is spinning. That seems to be a bit counterintuitive. So
Maybe it can.
we'll just have to see then, because that doesn't work. I do like the black and white scheme on the spinner. A plagiarism, I guess.
Yeah, one I definitely not want to rush this because when the enemy have a spinner, you want the rod to close. I mean, the ring of death to close on them as much as possible before you start the fight. Because when spinner starts spinning, then they can't escape the ring of death. So you want to wait as much as possible before fighting.
Well, looks like One Eye is starting to move forward now. It is curious though, because right, correct me if I'm wrong, Octo, but rail fans work by targeting a single part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if a ship is spinning, it might be a bit hard for the rails to just keep firing. At least
Well, that depends. We'll have to see how this one goes.
we'll have to see what happens exactly. But this does look like a pretty close match.
Mm-hmm. Well, in my opinion, Tartarus side is lacking in firepower. He does have a lot of utility, but not much firepower. And yeah, when I start the waiting game,
Okay, interesting. Tartarus seems to have moved his
Sumo pusher.
yes.
Probably another rather large is the name of the ship.
Probably another rather large mistake. Now, what is One Eye going to do in this situation? Because obviously, looks like Tartarus is trying to push him into the spinner. It would be very bad for One Eye if his his railfan was stuck facing the opposite direction.
Yeah, I don't think it will happen though.
Well, yeah, he did overshoot it. Looks like Tartarus has decided to stop spinning and move his spinner forward.
And rails. Only. Okay. Yeah, ouch. That seems painful.
Yup, that was very painful indeed.
Oh, and the pusher connects.
Is this the right angle though? It's a bit hard to tell. He doesn't really need to do any right angles. He just needs to hold the railfan in position. Like if you manage to hold the railfan in position, then the spinner can start getting to work. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Look how close the spinner is getting to the thing of death.
Oh Jesus! What did that small ship ever do to you, One Eye? Well, that's space record.
The spinner is getting closer, but it isn't spinning, and that's pretty bad for a spinner.
And One Eye has managed to maneuver himself into position.
He should start spinning now, otherwise he will be.
I think he's trying.
I don't think so.
It's gonna definitely take him a little time to start spinning, get momentum going. Yeah.
Oh, the missiles. Yeah, because he isn't spinning, they can't shoot, right?
It looks like Tartarus is now trying to push the railfan out of perimeter.
Well, he might be able to.
Or maybe he wasn't, but now he's heard us, and he's going to try to do it anyway. One Eye is definitely not having much. He's not having a very good time trying to get out of this hold that Tartarus has him in. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Disconnected a part of the chip.
There really wasn't much need for that part to be there. It didn't have any thrust.
Oh, it did.
Well, it did,
Side
but not in the
thrust.
right direction.
Side thrust is important.
True,
You
but
see how much that one I can spin.
I don't think it matters because he's already outside the perimeter for too long. And the thing is that One Eye doesn't just need to spin around, he needs to move in a straight line into that perimeter. He needs to detach himself from that ship. And he can't do it. He can't do it. He's
not
stuck.
gonna happen.
He's completely stuck. Well, congratulations to Tartarus. Is that the first sumo win in the tournament?
It is.
Yeah, that was like the
tournaments
first.
Overall.
Yes. Well, congratulations to Tartarus for winning with a sumo ship. Well, with this, the champion, we don't have any former champions left, right? Except Kuroko. But he lost. Yeah, he lost.
No, Kuroko lost. Wait,
So-
who is still in? We have Roger Lane, Tried, Saris, Vess, and That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the champion is up for grabs now. Let's see. Vis versus Cyrus.
Wait, who's gonna fight Roger and Trite?
Kiefer. 5-1-1.
Oh, I forgot about him. Sorry.
But none of these people were champions before, so maybe this will be the time where Rania finally wins.
Maybe.
I mean, definitely Varania is the most, well, Luke isn't, but Varania, just the name, is the most experienced out of everybody.
Bring pride to the tribe, Luke.
We're waiting on you, Octo.
Oh, okay.
Let's quickly get through this so Octo can sleep.
Me tired match. Okay, so on the left we have the same walls, Sabi. And on the right we have the same lordship from West. I definitely think Saris
has
the upper hand here. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have a lot of PD either. He does have some, but only in the back, not in the front. Interesting.
I personally think that Vess's ship is quite well designed to fight against walls. If you notice that Cyrus actually doesn't have any electro bolts either, so he's gonna have to get through all that front shielding by just firing at it. Or he could flank, but there's side shooting as well. I don't think I think in general that Vess has the better ship in this instance.
I do not believe that.
Well, Octo, we'll just
I think the walls are better.
We'll just have to wait and see. Well, it looks like
Saris is definitely going for the
flank, yeah. Can this turn in time? Well, that's done some damage. But now he has to deal with the thick front shields. Oh,
but he's coming from the back too.
This is some very nice ship piloting. Now the nice thing about he's taken out a lot of those thrusters. That's not very good for Vess anyway. I think Vess just needs to pick a ship to like point at and not turn his ship around all the time, because he's not going to be able to do enough sustained firepower to kill any of the Nautiluses. All these missiles are just being detonated, are just hitting the shields that of Cyrus's ship.
Meanwhile, the small cannons just keep firing.
Cyrus's ship is so fast, it's starting to outrun some of the missiles. Those aren't great. Definitely a lot of these missiles are being they're fizzing out before they actually hit anything.
Oh, a lot of blasters are gone for it.
This is very brutal flanking that Cyrus has managed to Cyrus is doing right now.
Vess almost lost all of his Cyrus, I said I think you're
Hey! I said I think. I didn't say I know, okay?
Yeah, that's pretty much game.
I think here, the lack of your emphasis on mobility is finally showing, Octo, because here we have a very slow turtle against two very fast hares.
So next round is Kefar versus Roger and
Yep. I definitely did not expect One Eye and Orb to get eliminated so fast, but I guess it is what it is.
I think they both just chose the wrong ships.
Hmm. There is a bit of a luck component to these tournaments, since especially if you know the other person playing. I think I might have had a bit too much coffee today. All right, both participants are ready. Let's start the Let's start the battle.
Okay, so on the right side we have the same heavy lasers and two on a diagonal ship, and on the left we have a cannon biter, which look very nice with the color walker.
A cannon kiter?
A cannon biter.
Is that what we're calling these now?
Yeah, I call them biters. You can call them whatever you want. Whatever you.
They are a reverse triangle. In fact, I am quite interested to see a docking maneuver from the two players. Though I suspect that Roger might win that one.
It's hard to say this early.
Aww. Look, there's a triangle and there's a hole where a triangle can fit, so why not? Okay, first rounds of the cannons. It definitely looks like Kyber has more cannons, cannon shots in the air or in space. Raw damage wise, I think Roger might be at a disadvantage here because Kyber Kyber's got more cannons pointing at him than he has in return. The right side of his ship is just being obliterated here. there goes the right side of Roger's ship. Meanwhile, Kaifer still has taken relatively very little damage. Relatively speaking. Roger is turning his ship around, hoping. Well, I mean that's his only. That's all all the weapons he has left. It does not look good for him.
Yeah, but the look of things, I forgot this one.
Ah, I thought you nodded off.
Only half.
You really sound like you should go to City Fog though. But yes, this was very nice piloting by Kiefer and ship design.
And now we go on for the semi-final.
Yep, semifinals with oh, let's see. Okay, this is going to be a very interesting semifinals. Round 1. Varania versus let's see.
Versus
versus Tartarus, yes. I should probably keep some better track of who's winning rather than just writing it down on Discord. Let's start this game. I just need to do something in Twitch chat.
Okay, so on the right we have two walls from blue. One is looking very nimble with
Lots of thrusters, yes, and other one
and
is
a lot of standard cannons in the front. The other one, it's the splitting one we've already seen before, again with the standard cannons. On the left side, we have a splitter laser wall with railgun and a railgun boat.
We've seen that railgun boat before. I'm sure of it.
I can't remember.
You're too asleep to remember, I think.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Luke is definitely going pretty far forward with his.
I think Luke they have the upper hand. I think we're definitely gonna see him in the finals this time.
But if he does go to the finals, we know who's winning then. The person up against Luke, right? Because it's Romania. Oh, despite having Despite
Okay,
seeming
one control room is down for others already.
Despite seeming had to have less firepower. Oh wait, no, I guess he does have more firepower. Curious. Well, Tartarus is definitely taking a lot more damage, especially with his. Luke, meanwhile, having lost like 2 cannons, not in much trouble.
Will he be able to take the railgun down? He's too close for that now.
But that's not really a bad spot for Luke to be in, because what's the worst that could happen? Like, even a railgun shot just splits the ship, but the ship is designed to be split. Okay, Tartarus, his ship has also split. Not sure why. That section has no weapons left.
And the railgun for the big ship is up. Yeah, as I said, Luke probably gonna win this. This he doesn't have much. Tados doesn't really have anything to do right now.
No weapons.
Except to watch as his dream dies.
Well, in that case, whoever wins wins the other round of the semifinals wins the game, right? Because Varenya will never win.
Well, it is Luke. And
It is Luke, but we're saying is the Varenya name more powerful than Luke's skill? I think Varenya, out of all the participants, has like, well, maybe not them personally, but like, they've definitely participated in the most tournaments, I think. So
yeah, I think the Varanya tribe have been in all of the tournaments so far.
no, there's definitely one where they did not participate.
Oh, maybe the first one.
No. I think Varenya was in the first one. It was another tournament that they were on holiday, I think. But they've definitely been in the most tournaments.
Well, I mean, I wasn't in the first one myself.
You were.
My ship was there.
Oh,
And
wow, okay.
someone
yes.
else piloted it for me because I was.
That explains why you managed to win a round.
Funny.
I am funny.
And just a reminder that you're gonna lose after the tournament.
Yeah, you're gonna fall asleep halfway. I'm not scared.
Okay, so now we have whom?
Now we have Cyrus versus Kyber, which we will start as soon as I get back from the tournament. Okay, I'm terribly sorry about the delay, but we are ready for the final round of the semifinals. AKA round 2 of the semifinals. Okay, Cyrus has brought along his 2 traditional Nautilus ships, very fast, very maneuverable, and Kiefer has brought along his 2 cannonballs.
Which again lack backward thrust. They only have 4 backward thrusters. Not enough, guys. Please.
I think Octo might be a little pissed off at our participants. You say what you want about Kiefer, but he's here in the semifinals, so.
I think mobility will take this one. So I think Luke versus Cyrus will be the final.
Just remember that you can have as much thrusters as you want. You still need the skill to pilot the ships effectively. So.
Well, he was pretty effective in the last
Yes,
match.
I was just saying that even though it's not just the fact that Cyrus has more thrusters, he also has the skill to actually use them properly. It looks like both ships have decided to start fighting. We'll have a look at the bottom one first. The bottom one, Cyrus is disengaging, and same thing happening on the battle at top. Not any significant damage from to either side. Looks like Cyrus is now having lured one of Kiefer's wolves against. Oh,
Shoot, my mouse
broke.
Oh, dude, this is bad.
I mean, we can do a restart if Kiefer wants. Okay, well, well, that was rather unexpected. Hopefully Kiefer manages to find another mouse. Okay, it looks like Kiefer has found another. Found another mouse. Right, let's start this again. Both players are using the same ships. We'll just have to see how this turns out then. I personally think that Kiefer is going to do a lot better if he manages to he sticks the ships together. If Cyrus splits his ships apart,
I
then,
think just Cyrus is too fast and can flank him too effectively.
yes, but I think if Cyrus splits his ships apart, then he can go and quickly make one battle or 2v1, while Kiefer can't catch up. Because Kiefer definitely has more firepower on his ships. It's just Cyrus is a lot faster. Cyrus doing a great job kiting out Kiefer in the topside panel. Meanwhile, down here, Cyrus is doing the exact same thing again. Interesting to see that even with all these boost thrusters, Kiefer cannot catch up. Yeah, Cyrus is kiting Kiefer very effectively, even though there's not really that much damage being dealt. That section, well, was that fire or was that a lucky shot? It looks like it might be fire. Kiefer has decided to split his ships into, well, split one of his ships up. Now that would make it a bit faster. I think. I hope. Oh dear. This is not good. Oh, it looks like Octo has finally fallen asleep. We'll just let him sleep peacefully for now. Major section of Kiefer's ships are now outside the perimeter, and he doesn't seem to have a very easy time turning it back in. Now it's just one tiny section of ship left against both of Cyrus's Nautiluses. Or was it Nautili? I have a feeling that what happened to Octo is he didn't really fall asleep intentionally. Hopefully he actually got to a bed. Yeah, well, generally speaking, Cyrus's, I'm sorry, not Cyrus, Kiefer's ships are, not in very good shape anymore. The sheer speed that the Nautili have is very useful because you can, if you drag one of Kiefer's ships away from the other one, you can then go and help the other Nautilus and make it a 2v1. So when Octo says that you want more thrusters, maybe he is right.
Like,
Oh, welcome back. I thought you'd fallen asleep.
my computer crashed.
See, even your computer is telling you to go to sleep. Or maybe it's just your computer telling you that you cannot beat me and you should not try and make a fool of yourself. Congratulations to Cyrus for getting into the finals. Now, are you still with us, Octo, or would you like to?
Yeah, I am. Just
Right, final round.
copy the password.
Just waiting for Verenia tribe to join.
I appreciate your consideration.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really mind you dying slightly before we start the fight. That would increase my chance of winning. Not that I am scared of you, no, totally not.
I have a new sheep and it's top notch. You should see it.
I have no new ships, but I have absolute confidence in you in your computer crashing one more time. Any predictions before we start?
Yeah, I think Luke will use the missile ships this time.
Hmm. And
I
what
think Luke will use the missile ship this time.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think, Cyrus? You think Cyrus is gonna stick with his same ships? Now that we've seen it in action, like
Because I think he's actually Nope alt account, so if you use other ships, you will find out he is Nope. That's what I think.
you think he's not.
He might be.
Well, given how good he is at piloting, I am not surprised you think that.
I told you Cyrus will use the
Missile ships, okay? Well, the thing about missile ships is obviously that it's not very easy to kite them out, given how long-range missiles are. That being said, without any electro bolts, and it's also going to be pretty hard for Luke to actually get through the shields of the Nautili. Is it Nautili or Nautiluses? It's gotta be Nautili. like one of the Nautilus has one of the Nautili has decided to engage already. Now, I'm assuming Luke is targeting the thrusters at the back.
He should be targeting the weapons, I think, because it have a lot of PD in the back.
It definitely looks like the missile ships.
Oh, he took the PD on one side from one.
Yeah, that's gonna be big. He should now be concentrating his firepower on that side. Meanwhile, on the other battle, Cyrus has not taken any significant damage yet.
Same for Luke, though. Oh, PDs are gone.
Remember that PD is also part of his thrusters, so this is not looking too good for Cyrus.
Definitely not too good.
There's two ways Cyrus can get out of these get out of this situation, and that's to be either faster or shoot down the missiles. When you have neither option left, then it suddenly becomes rather dire. He should probably also get his other ship actually firing, because right now it's a 1v2.
Looks like it's having a problem.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Move forward.
There goes another thruster. I think I see the issue here. The other ship of Cyrus only has the other Nautilus only has thrusters on one side. So now he's got.
I said that.
You did?
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, he can't move anymore. I mean, he can move. He just can't move in the right direction. How are you supposed to move when you can only move, like, go in circles?
Well, file? Yeah, probably file. On one of Luke's ship at the back.
Well, Cyrus is saying that he can't move anymore. I mean, we've generally allowed restarts so far. However, in this situation, I don't think I'm going to grant it, because it does look to me that Cyrus's ship is working correctly. It's just having trouble moving around. What do you think, Octo?
Well, I think that we should restart.
Okay, Cyrus says he won't restart. Yeah, this definitely does not look good. I mean, maybe, yeah, his ship just can't move forwards. It can move sideways, I think, but forwards is going to be a bit hard. It definitely does not look like there's any way left for Cyrus to come back from this one. Even in a rule 1v1 fight, I don't think the Nautilus has what it takes to beat Luke's ships. Because, for all intents and purposes, they are not very damaged.
Mm-hmm.
This, the pink one is missing a bit of,
Missiles.
yeah, missiles. But, missing a small section, that's what I should say. That being said, if I were Luke, I would hurry up and actually, well, never mind. I was going to say he should probably hurry up and finish Cyrus off before the perimeter starts making things a bit awkward. But it looks like Cyrus is going to have to come into the perimeter. Oh, this might be good. Cyrus has gotten behind him, but yeah, that.
I was joking about me finally sleeping on mattress. It might actually happen.
I knew it was going to happen, Octo. You should go to bed. And not fight me. Just say you give up.
Fight me.
Cyrus is still trying to stay in this match. If he manages to get the perimeter to close in entirely, I think he might have a chance. It's not being the first. It hasn't been the first time that the perimeter has made an upset happen. However, these missiles are not too good. The Nautilus is just so fast, though. It's forget the ships. It's outrunning even the missiles.
Oh,
Well,
another section.
There goes, yeah. All the ships are now outside the perimeter now, but Cyrus has been outside the most, so even if nothing happens, I think this game has been decided pretty much.
Okay, so by the look of things, Luke is our new champion.
And I have to finally remove that row from Renania.
So close, it's so far.
Yes.
Now it's just so close and closer. Or something like that.
Well, I think I'm just gonna get rid of it.
I have one thing to say.
Yes.
Always, fight me.
Go to bed.
Fight me.
All right. If you think you can win against me when you're half asleep, you have another thing coming.
Congratulations for winning the October Cosmoteer official tournament.
Oh god. Yes, the winner of the Cosmoteer official tournament is. I will let you do the honors, Octo.
Luke from Verania tribe. Woo!
Finally, this is oh, how many tournaments has Bahrain actually joined? I think every single one except for that one time where they were.
So that would be 10 tournaments?
10 tournaments? Yeah, so.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, nine. because we started. No, yeah, 10. Sorry.
We started in December
Yeah.
of last year.
Oh boy.
10 tournaments. Come on, Ivy, put me in the players.
All
Come
right.
on.
All
Let's
right.
go.
All right. All right.
Let's fight it.
We're just gonna have to kick out the the participants, and let's see. What do I have to absolutely smash Octo with? I could totally just steal a design from Equalizer here.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm not going to though.
No. Even if you did, I would still win.
Oh, you think?
I'm sure.
I'm gonna have to. Where are my ships? Oh yeah, it's a multiplayer, right?
I mean, I did win World, so I'm pretty much the best player in the game, you know.
I hope your computer crashes again.
I hope it doesn't crash on my keyboard. Ew, what you doing, Ivy? What all this shit?
What is that ship? It looks like a brick. A flying brick.
It's beautiful. And
Yeah.
you won't say anything bad on it.
Look, it's a flying brick at me. What you're gonna do? You're gonna like smash me with your brick? Wait, that sounded wrong. Forget I said that.
I'm gonna destroy you, so shut up. Ah.
Get away from my rail guns, you asshole. Yeah, take that! Oh, looks like Octo's ships is starting to split apart. Oh, I've lost the railgun. No, that's not good.
Oh, look like I'm losing. No. My pride, my honor. No.
I didn't expect any more from the person who designed the Qatari. Just saying. Oh, I think there goes another one of my railguns. Lucky for me, I have thought of this. I realized this might happen, so I also added some standard cannons.
Well, I'm done. I can never show my face in the Cosmoteer community ever again.
Yeah, if you ever show up, I'll ban you. I think that...
Wait for a rematch next month. I will crush you. I will eat your bones.
You even lost your Volt Slayer title. Wait, if I beat you, does that make me the Volt Slayer because you beat Volt?
Next month, I'm gonna crush your bones and eat them with milk like I eat my cornflakes in the morning.
You live in a very wonderful community, Octo. You live in a very wonderful community. You also sound like you're hot. You're gonna fall asleep at any moment. So maybe you should stop. Maybe you should just surrender and go to bed. Let me just put you out of your misery.
GG.
GG. Well, congratulations to Verania for finally winning the Cosmoteer PvP tournament after God knows how many how many participants.
I'm off to bed. Good night.
And thank you for Octo for hosting this tournament with me, even though he's half asleep. And we'll see you later. Goodbye.